Good morning, all you wonderful people. And for those of you that have been watching along and have figured me out a little bit, you are going to guess where I'm going to go. I'm on my way to, and I'll let you guess, 1, 2, 3. Oh, some of you got it, some of you missed it. I'm going to school. Yes, I'm going to be in the 7th grade today. So, wish me good luck. And wish that other 7th grader with the same last name as me good luck today. I'm just going for one class, but I think it might be enough right now. If I have to go the full day, then later on we'll do that. But it's going to be a rough day for at least one 7th grader. So we'll catch you later. Bye. Well, I'm back, and I passed 7th grade English, believe it or not. I went down to the office, and we were trying to work it out so that I could be escorted in by the principal as a surprise after class started. And so I got in there, and I kind of hid around the corner during passing periods so nobody'd see me that knew me. I mean, as far as my children, because I didn't want anybody to text anybody and give anybody any heads up on anything. So I walk in, the principal walks me in, and the teacher meets me at the door, in the doorway, and she says, "Oh," and I said, "Hello, miss," and she said, "Hello, miss," and I'm just not saying last names because she doesn't have my permission, and it's not hard to know my last name. If you go to Living Life with Lisa on Facebook, and ask to join, I'll let you join, and then you'll know my last name, so I don't know why I worry about it. But anyway, my last name's Head. And so she said, "Hi, Miss Head," and I said, "It's so good to see you." And she gave me a big hug, and I said, "I'm sorry it's under these circumstances." And the whole class, as soon as I walked in the door, the class knew who I was because I had taught all of them, so they all knew who I was. And so I walked in, and the whole class goes, "Ooh!" And I guess I didn't get to see his face because I didn't know where he sat. He sits in the front row. Still can't behave in the front row, but anyhow, so I went in and sat back there, and at first he wanted to act up and show up a little bit, and he came to the back where the pencil sharpener was, where I was sitting, and said, or was talking to somebody else, and he's always loud, but being loud, and I said, "Hey, hush." And he said, "I'm not doing anything." And I said, "I'll tell you what, you're about to be homeschooled. Take away your audience." Boy, his lips sealed and went back, and the whole class was kind of chatty, but he has an extra loud voice, and so you can hear him over everybody else, even though he's not doing anything different than anybody else necessarily. So I was watching him, and he straightened up and did the homework, did the assignment, and did what they were supposed to do. And she came over and told me that he's much better today with me in the room than he has been. So I wasn't sure if that was good or not. And she said, "I think this is going to be helpful for a very long time." And so I hope that it is. I gave her my cell phone number so that she could text me if ever I need to drop in. And the other kids certainly know that I will show up. So I guess that he will have reminders if he starts getting out of line too much. Somebody's gonna say, "Hey, your mom will be here if you don't stop it." And but he was really good in there today, so I hope that it stays that way for a while, for a long while, because that boy needs some radical parenting techniques. And I'm laughing because, I think if there'd been a rock he could have crawled under when I walked in the room, he would have crawled under that rock. So he's not going to be happy when he comes home. But you know how hard it was for me yesterday to not let on that I was angry or that anything was going on. I just had to act like, oh, this is normal, nothing's going on today. And so I went in, so I went ahead and went in today. And it was kind of fun, actually. I lost my favorite pen, but, well, I guess I'll have to get another one. But I need it, though. It's got phone numbers. I keep, like, companies, when they give me their pens, if they are their pens that have their phone number on them, if they're companies I use a lot, then I love their pens because I always go to the pen to find out their phone number. So there's a lookout. I had it in the office and I picked it up. Even made a point because it was on the counter. So, I forgot my pen, and grabbed it and went up to the room and have not seen it since. It just vanished. So anyway, that was what's going on so far today. I'm going to therapist, and then I got one home sick, and I got a headache. So but I think it's just getting worked up about coming in today. But I've got one home with flu, and so I got to cancel his lesson, and I'll probably just stay home the rest of the day. And maybe rest, I don't know. So, by the way, Michael, I did a video on Michael a while back and told you who he was and how important he was to the family. Well, he has over $250,000 in over medical fees for his accident, and so I started GoFundMe for him, and I'll link it below if anybody's interested. We appreciate any donations, $5, $1, whatever. Prayers are always appreciated. He's in a rough spot. He has to have surgery next month, and they won't do it without $2,000 up front. And the boy doesn't have $2,000 up front. So I don't know what's going to happen there. But I might be able to give him a little bit, but I really don't have that kind of money either. I'm going to try to give him a little bit towards it. So hopefully, I just hate that he does not have a family per se that's his. And I kept trying to tell him, let me adopt you. I'm too old. I said, I don't care, just let me adopt you, and it'll just be legal. And he didn't want that, so I'm not legally responsible for him, and I've been happy to. So I'm gonna let you go for right now because I'm currently getting in people's ways. So bye for now. Well, he's trying to pretend like it's not bothering him. He wants me to go to all his classes, and then now that didn't work. And I told him what was going to happen, that all the things because I told him the other day that it's going to cost him $10 every time I get a phone call, an email from the school, and my app changed, so I've got to go to the AT&T store because I can't turn off his data. But he wanted me to go to all his classes, and then it was, did you notice? She's something. I didn't read it. I didn't open it. I was driving, and then he's gonna try to make it, where she wasn't doing her job, but all he's got to do is shut up while she's talking. Do what he's supposed to do. They had a half hour of free time that he could talk with his friends then. So, that's beside the point. But I'm cutting off a lot of stuff. Cutting off a whole bunch of stuff. And he's not going to be a happy boy. So, if Mama's not happy, nobody's happy. Actually, Jesse and Aiden can be happy because poor Aiden's just got the flu, and he's not doing anything wrong yet. Jesse's a whole nother ball of wax, but he's nothing like this. So what it was is that he was the voted class clown last year in 6th grade, and he doesn't want to lose that title. Well, too freaking bad. I know. So I'm at AT&T. See you later. Hello, everybody. I'm finally back. I am getting ready to finally head home, so I'm probably going to end this vlog, but I thought I'd give you a little update on our young man. I couldn't figure out the app to turn off his data, so I couldn't turn his data off. That was our last stop at the AT&T store, and tell me when there's cars coming on the other side of the street instead of the side that I'm on. It makes no sense. Anyhow, meanwhile, back at the ranch, I couldn't turn his data off, so I was going to AT&T store to turn off the data. Well, he was trying to egg me on about staying for all his classes. I know it bothered him because he behaved well after a couple of seconds of my being there, and he's trying to pretend like it didn't matter to him. And then he was trying to tell me that she wasn't teaching English, and I pointed out that she was, and that the assignment that she did in that class certainly did not belong in mathematics, nor did it belong in music. So it had to be an English assignment. And then I turned it all off. And so turned off his data, so now he can't text me back. And so when he gets home, I'll get the phone. And he does it, I think, mostly just in this one class. There's another teacher who has problems with him every once in a while, but so far that seems to be more under control. And the problems he's had in there have been for OCD, not for just being obnoxious. And so got that. I did threaten him with homeschool so it could take away his audience, because he was voted class clown last year, and that's what I probably already said this, but class clown, and he wants to maintain that relationship, or that title, and so that's not going to work out too well for him to try to maintain it. And that's just what we've been trying to teach him. And he is at that age where and he will be for a few years, where he knows everything. And I remember my dad used to have a sign up hanging on the wall that said, "Hurry up and ask a teenager while they still know everything." So it's not new, it's not generational, it doesn't have anything to do with this generation being entitled and all that stuff. It has to do with kids pushing their limits, and and there was no reason for him to act the way he did, because he straightened up and flew right while I was sitting in the room. So I'm glad I did it. And he told me to come back, go to all his classes. And I said, well, I'm at an appointment now, but thank you, I will. I'll see you later. Or thank you for the offer. I'll see you later. And then I sent the text, turned off his data, so he can't he can't reply, because he has to have the last word. And this time I got it. And I don't know why I'm putting this all on here, other than you guys have been along for the ride. And I'm going to start. We know I do the apple juice. And there's apple juice is 1/2 of that H plant. And there's apparently oil for the other side of that H plant, and of the apple juice plant. And so I'm gonna start on it, and then there's some supplements that my therapist recommended for my kidneys. They're things that the kidneys need when we get older. What I can't figure out is how come everything's shrinking. And that just seems really weird to me, that my brain is shrinking, my kidneys are shrinking. What else is shrinking, and why would they shrink? Is that normal for aging? I don't know. I mean, it seems strange, doesn't it? And but you know, when you got, shoot, excuse me, I dropped my thing. It's real. I don't edit, so if you're new here, I know most of this conversation has not made a bit of sense to you, but if you're not new here, it's made a lot of sense to you. Oh, yay. Medicine and insurance is screwed up again. I'll tell you what. You know, you got to have insurance, obviously, because Michael didn't, and look what happened to him. But I have insurance. The boys have insurance. And it's trying to say they don't. Oh, we go through this like every other month. I tell you, it's getting on my nerves a little bit. So I've got to call the doctor and let him know what's going on and see what they can do about it. Anyway, be sure to check the links in the description below. I'm also going to put in the, if I remember, I'm going to put in the link for Michael's thing. And I know this has been a crazy vlog, and I try to do better. You know, it's a laugh or cry day, so I'm choosing to laugh. It's probably, I'm expecting the worst this evening, so it'll probably be pretty peaceful, because I'm always backwards. When I'm assuming that it's going to be bad, it turns out to be the opposite. When I think, well, we'll have a good day, then everybody's like, well, blah, blah. So, so anyway, I got to figure out what's for dinner, and my allergies are kicking up. So check the links below. I'm going to call a doctor, call insurance companies, try to get this all straightened out. And I will check with you later. Sorry for it's all being one-sided, but it's a day in my life. This is a life with chronic illness and raising 3 teenagers. Well, 2 teenagers and 1 preteen. That certainly have minds of their own. They're no longer little toddlers, and so you know, this vlog alone, just with the single mother stuff, would be full. Forget the chronic illness, add the chronic illness on top of it. Excuse me. Not to mention that I've had a cough for a couple days, and now I'm worried I'm going to get bronchitis. But I go tomorrow for my lab work and all that stuff. So I'll get with you then. So live life to the fullest, live life with no regrets, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.